Quick Crypto, bringing you quick Kaspa news. The stock market has yet to see a single green day in September. The red rivers are flowing as the S&P 500 has now raised $2.2 trillion of market cap in this first week of Redtember. And even the Federal Reserve's Goolsbee has warned that the odds of a recession might be rising, which is very worrying news, and we cover in this article a little later on in this video. Following yesterday's bloodbath, Kaspa seems to be making a relatively strong comeback, currently valued at 15.17 cents, up roughly 4.32% on the daily time frame. However, in saying this, I still do believe that there are lower lows incoming for Kaspa in the very near future. Now, me personally, of course not financial advice, I see this as a premium opportunity to fill my Kaspa bag. As the price continues to diminish, the floodgates for Kaspa are about to open, with KRC20 looming, Kraken listing imminent seemingly, and so much more. We have already received confirmation that KRC20 will be relaunching this month, but the question everyone wants to know is when exactly. While that date still eludes us, there are signs suggesting that it will happen sooner than we may expect. KRC20 token balance and transactions are now back online. We have a new update that the Kaspa mobile wallet app Caspian will integrate dynamic feeds and transaction report features in the incoming update next week. Public testing will commence on Monday, so just 2 days from now, so potentially we could see the full relaunch nearing the end of next week, which would be very bullish, very big news. Tangem as well, they are now offering custom fees to avoid transaction delays. By setting a higher fee, you can speed up the transaction time to ensure smooth, fast and secure processing. So slowly but surely, the road for KRC20 on Kaspa is being paved out once more. The floodgates are about to open. The launch of KRC20 will be critical for Kaspa as it proves itself to be the most dominant platform in this crypto sector, a block DAG surrounded by blockchains, the trilemma solver, and the Kaspa team have been very methodical in the launching of KRC20, deciding to launch meme tokens first, which is very interesting but also very smart, as meme tokens are highly volatile assets. This will drive a lot of initial liquidity and volume onto the Kaspa platform, which will head spread its adoption quickly from the jump and potentially stem the bleeding of Kaspa's price while the whole crypto market continues to dump following the rate cuts and other market sentiments. Although with that in mind, as we can see, whales and most likely institutional investors as well seem to be buying huge amounts of Bitcoin, buying the dips as the market is crashing. Ultimately, they still believe, rightly so, in the future of this space, and they are just trying to shake you out. As the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index now reaches extreme fear levels, the whales, the huge investors, they are capitalizing off the emotional retail investors, which is why you can't be emotional in this space. You've got to be logical. Logic suggests, sources suggest that crypto most definitely won't die. As this year, 2024, so recently, Paul Brody, the global blockchain leader at Ernst & Young, Ernst & Young, by the way, being one of the big four accounting firms, the biggest four accounting firms in the world, so Ernst & Young alongside Deloitte, KPMG and PwC, Ernst & Young, Paul Brody confirms that trillions of dollars will be flooding into the crypto sector very soon. Take a listen.
Is it worth anything? Yes, right? This part of the conversation is called the Great Liquidity Reservoir, and I am going to struggle to convey just how much capital there is behind this regulatory dam, because the numbers are just monumental, right? How much money is there? Well, let's start with the most liquid of the liquid, right? Bank deposits, stocks, and bonds. $400 trillion, right? Certainly more than my current retirement nest egg, and plenty of money to buy you a nice place in central London or San Francisco, right? 400 trillion. There's another 379 trillion in real estate, right? Gold is 13 trillion by itself. And then you get to the entire crypto ecosystem is like 2.5 trillion, right? I'm not going to say all of this money is going into crypto, but quite a lot of it will end up in crypto, and a huge amount of it is going to end up in tokenized digital assets.
This is very big news. This is an institutionally important person confirming the direction of the financial market, where it's heading, and it will involve cryptocurrencies. And in my opinion, Kaspa will be one of, if not the most dominant crypto project in this cycle and in the future to come. There is a reason why a major liquidity provider has been confirmed by Kaspa's team to be launching stablecoins like USDT and USDC see on the KRC20, to which if you want to know more about this massive alpha here, then check out my most recent video on my channel here, because I covered it in a lot more detail. But this is ultimately the sort of mindset and knowledge that you need to have to help navigate this crypto market, which is why I created recently a free to join Discord server where together a community of over 300 people are all working to increase our knowledge to find the true money makers, to be a part of what will be the biggest wealth transfer in history. We are growing so quickly and learning so much already, so by all means come and be part of the family. Link to join will be in the description below. Now in continuation, the KII, the Kaspa Industrial Initiative, will also play a pivotal role in the future adoption and price of Kaspa. As we can see here, they are going to be holding an enterprise event, an enterprise conference in Dublin very shortly, in 2 to 3 weeks time, on the 24th of September, where the likes of Shai and Michael Sutton will be in attendance. Better still, the KRI confirmed that due to institutional demand, strong demand from the institutional partnerships for Kaspa obviously, we have limited seating available. The KRI know how massive Kaspa is going to be. Rory O'Neill of the KRI also confirmed that they are working with the KRC20 to launch a project that will allow Kaspa to compete with the likes of Ripple XRP and Hedera HBAR in the finance sector. Absolutely massive news, and evidently another key catalyst taking place this month that will help Kaspa going forward in what will be the most bearish month, September, leading into the most bullish cycle ever, October, November, and the 2025 year. But in regards to Redtember September, here we can see Chicago's Fed Goolsbee says jobs and inflation trends justify multiple rate cuts, interest rate cuts coming soon. Ultimately, in summary of this article, given the more favourable inflation data and the less favourable unemployment data, it is pretty clear that the path is not just rate cuts soon, but multiple rate cuts over the next 12 months, as the Fed has projected in its most recent dot plot. A soft landing is no longer guaranteed, ladies and gentlemen, but where the markets will likely correct, likely crash, in my opinion, Kaspa will stem that bleeding, with many developments on the horizon, KRC20 KRI happening this month, and potentially the elusive Tier 1 Kraken listing. We can see here in this post, Kraken will compete with DYDX and Toncoin for a listing opportunity on Kraken. Already know that a spot listing is already secured with Kraken and Kaspa, so we know that already, so we are now just placing the waiting game effectively. I don't know about you though, but considering the recent scandal or the legal fiasco with Telegram CEO, I would obviously believe that Kaspa is the safer bet than Toncoin, and Kaspa is a much bigger project in terms of market cap than DYDX. So to me, Kaspa is obviously the best choice out of the lot. With rate cuts looming, and multiple ones at that, as confirmed from Goolsbee, maybe Kraken will take this opportunity to scoop up some cheaper Kaspa, accumulate more to give them the necessary liquidity to issue a Kaspa bot listing. But I want to hear what you think. Come chill, chat and learn so much more in the free Discord server. Again, the link is below, but remember, don't be emotional, be logical.